Hi guys, and welcome back to another Call of Duty commentary with me, InstentKarma with an E. Now today I'm going to go ahead and tell you right off the bat, you don't need to be watching this video at all. If you just want to listen to it, that's fine, because there's not really any gameplay going on today. This is going to be more of a breakdown on my creative classes and why the way I have them set up, and you know, perks that complement each other and things like that. In addition to this, it's also a bit of a live commentary. I'm going through these and recording through Audacity as I'm looking at them. So I feel it gives you more of a raw approach to my commentary style and kind of gives you more of an insight as to who I am. You know, it's not as much edited where I'm taking out stutters and things like that. You really get a good look at what I do when I commentate here. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into this here. First class right off the bat. We got an infield with red dot. We got CZ75 dual wield, frag, flashbang, claymore, hardline, sleight of hand, marathon, all pro right there. Now what this class basically is set up to do is this is my class that I switch up and get a new primary weapon on pretty much every other day. So this one is almost never this constant. Now what stays the same here is the CZ75s, the flashbangs, and then my perk setup, because my classes are more or less just based off perks, then I throw a good weapon on top of them. So this one right now has the Enfield on here because I want to get some good gameplay for you guys in the future here, and you know, show you some good stuff with it. So that's the way I have it set up right now. We also got the frag on here and claymore. Now the reason that those two are paired up together is because when I have a frag on there, I really don't feel like any other equipment is going to do me justice like a claymore could, because the only one I would ever really throw on there is a C4, but a C4 is basically like two fast detonating frag grenades that work out for me. So I kind of keep those separate here for this class and have it set up that way. Now I have hardline and marathon pro on here because those are going to be my FFA perks, and that's kind of what I'm using this class for right now, is free for all. My marathon lets me run around the map real fast and find kills as I need to get them, and then hardline pro helps me get those kill streaks going real fast so I can get my spy plane right at 2 kills and kind of get an edge on the competition and find people faster than they are able to find me. Sleight of hand is on there, not necessarily for the quick reload, but for the fast aim down sights. The pro perks, you know, I think are 10 times better than the predecessors that they come from. You know, marathon, just being able to run a little bit longer, is being able to run infinite is amazing. So you know, pro perks really do help out, and that's what I'm mostly going to be talking to when I'm talking about perks helping each other out here. It's mostly come down to the pro aspect. So if you guys haven't got pro yet, maybe these are some perks that you could go ahead and strive for and jump in there and get these perks first and then go on to the other ones here. But you know, to each their own. We're going to go ahead and jump into this next class here. And this class pretty much stays the same all the time. Now, it's not necessarily the Kaparis, but it is a submachine gun. And the way I have it set up right now is Marathon, Scavenger, and Warlord. Now, that middle perk does change occasionally, depending on the submachine gun I throw on here. But the reason I like to have Warlord right now is because I almost always need to have extended mags on my submachine guns just because they go through their ammo so quickly. That's also the reason for Scavenger right here. But I like to have Warlord on there to get that, and then I can also get my secondary attachment. This one has the grip because it gives me more stability when I'm shooting the gun. Doesn't let my bullets fly all over the place and, you know, miss the target when I need them to actually hit here. So those are going to be for that reason right there. The other thing I really like about Warlord Pro is it gives me that second tomahawk, and that is invaluable, especially when you got the Scavenger on there. You know, you're picking them up as you run over dead bodies, but you get 2 shots at it instead of 1, especially with the reload time on the tomahawk. It's great to have that second one just ready to go, you know, if maybe you missed that first one by a hair. So that's why I got those perks set up here. Marathon, obviously, because I'm running around all over the place, need to get kills fast, especially with a submachine gun. You're not as much at range with this. You need to get up close and friendly as fast as possible. Now, the things that I do have on here that complement each other are the Tomahawk and C4. C4 pretty much acts like a grenade, so I don't need to throw a grenade in the Tomahawk slot, and that way I can have both of them here. The ballistics knife is more just you know, something that's off the wall, something I like to do, maybe run around and knife people. For some reason, I always throw it on my submachine gun classes just because I feels like it's a move fast weapon, just like the submachine guns. But that's going to pretty much sum it up right here. We're going to go into the third class now. This one is my commando class. Now, this gun changes pretty much between 3 guns. It's either going to be the commando, the AK-47, or the AUG. And I look at those as kind of the best weapons in the game outside of the FAMAS, which I would like to never put a FAMAS class on here and put it up on my channel. So you probably won't be seeing much of that from me. It would be a rare occasion where you do. But you know, I got the extended mags on here. I got dual wield pistols again, Tomahawk, flashbang, C4, Scavenger, Steady Aim, and Hacker. Now, you're going to see a quick trend here with Flashbang on every class. Now, the reason I have Flashbang here on every class is because they're going to be good for feeling out an area. They got a much higher explosion radius, area of effect than that of any of the other grenades, whether it be stun or Nova Gas or Decoy or Smoke. It just gives you a bigger area, so when you get that hit marker, you know somebody's around, and it helps you feel that out. In addition to that, the stun grenade is only going to go ahead and stun them and slow their movement and impair their vision just slightly. Now, say we got a camper sitting in a corner looking at a very small entryway, and he can train his sights on that all day long, and if he gets stunned, he's still going to be able to shoot that guy that runs in that room as he's coming into that room. A Flashbang is going to go ahead and make it so he can't see anything whatsoever, so he's going to have to spray and pray. So I feel it's a little bit more safer of a way to go about this. Now, I have Scavenger on here and the extended mags again. Now, that is because if I run into a room, I want to be able to spray down everybody I see and not have to reload midway through and end up getting shot. So that helps me be able to do that. Scavenger resupplies that for me. Now, we have Steady Aim Pro on here, and that is going to be mostly for my secondary with the M1911 dual-wield pistols. Being able to have a dual-wield pistol, A, it switches to that gun faster than any other secondary, and B, the Steady Aim with dual wield is going to go ahead and take them down at a distance as well. So it's a real powerful weapon. Now, Hacker, I don't really have a reason for why I have that on there. I mean, it's fun to be able to hack people's turrets and things like that. And it's also good to be able to see claymores when you're coming around corners. But it's not really that beneficial to this class like some other things might be. It's just there more or less for fun. We're going to jump into the fourth class here now. We got the AUG extended mags again, and you'll see a trend there as well. It's just because I hate having to reload unless I have sleight of hand. Luckily, I do on this class, but I hate having to reload in a mid room if I get a jump on 3 guys here. I want to spray them all down. That is the biggest reason for that, and why I use extended mags. I don't really use many other attachments like sights or anything like that, just occasionally when I'm trying to get maybe a fresh look at something that I haven't played with for a while, but mostly as gun attachments like the extended mags, dual mags, suppressors, things like that. So I really enjoy it. Now, we also see on this class it's going to be CZ75 again, dual wield. Now, I don't have the steady aim on here, so they're not as effective, but what this class more or less is one that I'm trying to do to get my pro perks going here. I don't have many of the third perk, the green perks, pro'd out yet, so that's what this class is focusing on. Now, I do have Flak Jacket and Ninja on here because I've been mostly doing domination with this class, or excuse me, demolition. Get those mixed up for some reason. But we got demolition going on. Flak Jacket is great, and I need to plant bombs to get Ninja Pro. So those aid each other quite successfully. Now, sleight of hand I have on here not just for the fast reload, because I got extended mags. It doesn't really benefit me that much. It's more or less for the quick aim down sights, and that is invaluable. I love being able to get that accurate shot on somebody before they are able to on me, unless of course they're running the same perk. We're going to jump in quickly at class 5 here. This is my sniping class. It's pretty straightforward. I got Ghost on there, so I can't be seen by radar, and I can't be shot down very easily from my spots when I find a place to go ahead and sit down and snipe for a little while, because it's one of those classes where I think it's okay to sit back and not necessarily camp, but monitor an area as opposed to rushing around a little bit, because I'm no quick scoper. As much as Ball of 24 has trained me, I can't be a quick scoper just yet. It's a work in progress. So I go ahead and sit back a little bit more with my sniper class. That's why also I got a Claymore on there. And Steady Aim Pro, it's not necessarily the best class to have on here, but I like being able to whip my gun out when I need to, especially with the dual wield CZ75s on here. It's just nice to be able to get it out real fast after sprinting. Now, this class, I was talking about perks that complement each other. This one is going to be my rushing class and my mostly capture the flag class. Now, these perks are very complementary, all 3 of them to each other right here. We got lightweight and marathon pro. This way you're running at max speed as fast as you can and for an indefinite amount of time. So those guys really help each other out, especially if you need to run off a cliff or something, on that top sniping perch on jungle. If you want to run and jump straight off of that, you're not going to get any falling damage. Same with silo. If you miss that truck, you're not going to get any falling damage when you jump out of that tall building either. Now, steady aim is absolute must for this class, because I got the dual wield scorpions on here, and for those of you who don't know, when you have scorpions, it is the gun that kills people the fastest at short range. No other gun can beat this. So having steady aim pro on there gives me that extra edge, because I'm running marathon all the time, so I need to pop out of my sprint like that and get my guns going here. So steady aim pro lets me get those out faster than I would be able to without it, and then I can get all my bullets into this guy because I have the steady aim pro on there. It lets me focus my accuracy and get that going. It also gives me a little bit more distance because I can get more controlled shots at range with the steady aim. Now my last class on here, because I'm not 15th prestige yet, so I only got 7 classes going right now. This is more my cheap class. I got the AK-47 on here, and it has silencer. This is more when I start to get pissed off with the game. Things aren't really happening for me, and I need to have everything stacked to my odds. Now in addition to this class, for that being that reason, I also have my Strela on here. And you have to have a Strela class, in my opinion, because there's not always going to be that person that's going to shoot down the air support for you. And, you might be running Ghost, but it's still great to have somebody take out air support, especially if, it's a counter spy plane or things like that. So I do have that Strela on here, and it has Ghost Pro on there. I have to have Ghost Pro and Sleight of Hand Pro on any of my Strela classes because I need to be able to shoot down the air support first without them letting me see me. And then the second part of it is I need to be able to reload and get that guy down fast because there's those pro players that can tell as soon as you launch a Strela, they're seeing where it's at and their chopper gunner's coming to get you. If you can reload real fast, a lot of times you can get that second bullet off before they shoot you. Hacker Pro is just there so that when I'm running around, I don't run into a claymore right off the bat. Equipment doesn't really have much use on here because as soon as that air support goes down, I'm pretty much out of this class again, unless it is because of my anger with the game and wanting to improve my odds here. So that's pretty much a breakdown of my classes here. If you'll look, I got 2 submachine gun classes and 3 assault rifle classes and then my sniper class. So it kind of mixes things up a little bit, and it gives me a pretty good constant here. So I kind of switch them up every now and then, but this is pretty much the way I have my classes set up. Perks are the most important thing, and again, those complementary perks like Marathon and Sleight of Hand and the Strela and Sleight of Hand and things like that. So hopefully this guys help you understand a little bit more of where I'm coming from with my classes and maybe help you guys get a little bit of insight on how maybe you want to set your classes up. Maybe you saw something here that you want to adapt. But if you enjoyed this video, as always, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have been doing a great job about spreading the word. I think I got 8 subscribers here in the past 2 days, which is amazing. So thanks for going ahead and spreading my word, my channel here. I really do appreciate it, guys. So we're going to go ahead and cut this commentary here, but we'll catch you guys next time.